Hello there, book friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Megan, and today I am doing a book review for Three Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. This is a spoiler-free review I'm doing, so if you haven't read the book, I'm not going to be giving away any spoilers. I'm just going to be giving my thoughts on it. And this is the first book review that I have ever done on BookTube, so bear with me if I get a little rambly. I finished this book, and I really wanted to do a video just talking about it because there's a lot of things that I just really want to talk about with this book, and I don't know anybody who's actually read it. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to give a brief description of this book if you don't know anything about it, even though it's been all around BookTube, and then I'm going to talk about the things that I disliked and then the things that I liked about this book to end this video on kind of a higher note, if that's possible with this book. Anyway, let's get started. So, if you don't know what this book is about, we have three sisters, and they are all vying for the one crown, and they are all queens in their own right. We have Mirabella, who is a elemental, and she's one of the most powerful elementals. Then we have Catherine, who is a poisoner, and then we have Erisson, who is a naturalist. And naturalists, they can control animals, and they tend to have a familiar, so an animal pet that they can control or talk to. And this book sounded kind of like a Hunger Games sort of style. Like, I kind of imagined that the three sisters would be put almost like a Roman gladiator situation, and they'd have to fight it out to the death to see who gets the crown. So I was really kind of looking forward to some action and to some interesting things that could happen in this book. We really got nothing like this. This book, there is no action and fighting, and we don't actually get the three sisters together till the end of the book. It lasts like 20 or 30 pages. Does anything interesting actually start to happen? So that's pretty much my main gripe with this book. I wanted a big battle, and I was hoping for something so much more than I actually got with this book. So as I said, nothing really interesting happened till the last like 30 or 40 pages. You learn about the sisters, which was interesting. Their characters were interesting, but I wanted more backstory on the world. We didn't get enough backstory as to why the three sisters have to fight it out, and also why there are triplets born from every queen, why there are always triplets, and why they are all stuck on the island that they have to rule over. I just wanted more backstory, and also more information on their magical system would have been interesting. I didn't really get a lot on the magic system. I felt like they could have delved into that more as well. I was hoping for more of that from this book, and I didn't really get that. And then the other thing that was really annoying is that there were so many different people, because we switch point of views every chapter or so to the three different sisters. We also have a few other points of views as well from a few other secondary characters, and some of those, sometimes it was interesting, sometimes I was really bored and I really didn't care. And also it gets confusing because there are so many people, because each sister has her own entourage and her own group of friends, and so you have to try and remember who all the people are, and there are just so many names. In fact, there's another Catherine, and one of the sisters' name is Catherine, so I just found that really confusing. There were so many names, and I didn't remember who all the people were, and I didn't really care. At one point there was something happened with Erisson's friends, and I really didn't care because I really didn't know who these people were, and it just didn't impact me at all. And the characters were like, oh no, why are you doing this? Don't do that. And I was like, well, I don't know, I don't care. Can we get on with the plot, please? And I like character novels, but I wanted more plot from this, and there just wasn't enough. The other thing that really annoyed me about this is that there was a love triangle in it, and normally I don't hate love triangles, but in this book I hated it. I hated it so much. I was just like, please stop. Can we not have this? It's just so annoying, and it takes away from the main plot of the story. Each sister gets her own romantic partner in this novel, and so there's a lot of like kissing and talking to their significant others, and I didn't really care that much about it. I was bored, and I just thought that didn't need to be such a major focus in the novel. There was just way too much of that, and I found that to be really annoying. And the guy who's stuck in the love triangle, Joseph, I hated him so much. I hated his character. I couldn't stand him, and he's in the next book, and I just couldn't stand him. Ugh. And there was so much hype around this book, and that I was just expecting more from it because it's been around BookTube a lot, and a lot of people have talked it up, and so I just was expecting it to be better than it was. and that's one of the things that sometimes gets me down when books have been extremely hyped up, and then it's a letdown, so it disappoints me more than if it had just been a regular book, because I was expecting more from this book and it didn't live up to my expectations. So there was a lot about this book that I really didn't like, and I just felt like it could have been executed so much better, and the world building could have been done a lot better, and we didn't need the love triangle, we didn't need so much romance, we needed more world building and more explanations as to why the sisters have to fight each other and to kill each other for the throne, and why one of them just can't take it peacefully, why the others have to die. I wanted more from that. So that's pretty much like all the gripes I had against this book. The things that I liked about it were the fact that it's very female oriented. There's a lot of feminine power in this book, and I was like, you get points for that. I'll give you a star for that. So I got 2 stars because of that. And also the politics were interesting. I enjoyed a little bit of what was going on with the politics of the different queens and what was happening with them. One of the other things that I really liked about this is that the 3 sisters were very different and unique in their powers and their ways of thinking, and I could tell when I was reading the chapters, I could tell who was who, and I wasn't like, oh, which sister is this? So that's another thing that I liked about this novel. And then I enjoyed the end. The last like 30 or 40 pages started to get good, and I actually started to think, okay, I'm actually enjoying this. And there was a plot twist at the end, so it gets 2.5 stars because there is a plot twist at the end, and I did not see it coming, although I should have. It did make sense in the long run, and I enjoyed the plot twist, and apparently the second book gets a lot better, and I might give it a go at some time because I bought it at a used bookstore because I thought it looked cool and I'd seen it on BookTube, and I just picked it up using store credit that I had, and I don't know if I'm going to get around to it or when I'm going to get around to it. I've heard that a lot of people say that the second book is a lot better, and that's when the sisters actually fight each other and when things get real and get more intense. So I kind of want to read it for that, but I was just really bored by a lot of the things that happen in here. So I might get around to reading the second book at some point and seeing if I like it any better, but I'm not sure because I have so many other books that I'm more interested in reading than One Dark Throne. That has been my review of 3 Dark Crowns, and let me know down below if you have read this book or if you have seen it around BookTube and what you thought of it, and just let me know what your thoughts are on this book. And yeah, that is all for now. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down to my channel if you want more bookish content from me. And that is all. Thank you for watching. Bye!